Hi, I'm Dr. Sharon Grossman, psychologist and coach, helping high achievers go from burnout to optimal work performance. Today, I'd like to share with you a tip that can really help change your perception and lower your stress. When we are faced with a stressor, we actually have a choice in terms of how we think about it. We can think about it as a threat. And one thing you know when you think about things as a threat is that you go into fight or flight mode. Your body tends to just freeze or shut down, and you're not really thinking straight, right? So this is something that happens often, and then we start to feel overwhelmed and stuck. And so if you're in that state, I really invite you to think about how to incorporate a different version of this when faced with the stressor, and that is to see that stressor more as a challenge. Now, when we do that, we actually start to go into problem-solving mode. Now, I like to use this example given that we're all faced right now with the coronavirus, and this is really unprecedented. It's the kind of stressor that we don't have prior experience that we can glean, knowledge from and so forth. And so I want you to, for a moment, to imagine the Prime Minister of Italy, right? That person has to decide what to do because so many people in his country are facing this coronavirus. And if he were to go into threat mode where, he's perceiving the stressor as this threat, he would shut down. He might want to step down from his post or just run away or just be completely freaking out and say oh my God, I don't know what to do. And really not be able to think straight. Alternatively, when he is making these decisions, if he's thinking about this stressor or this problem as a challenge, he goes into problem-solving mode. And then he can start to think about, well, what can I do to make sure that it doesn't spread further? Well, I can make sure that the people aren't moving around, that we're closing off the borders, and so people aren't coming and going. He can start to put some things into place that can contain the problem and hopefully get it resolved sooner. And so you might not quite be the Prime Minister of Italy, but that same principle can apply to you in every aspect of your life. So when you notice yourself really feeling stressed and overwhelmed, ask yourself, how can I see this current stressor or this problem as a challenge?